What's going on, everybody? It's Hobi the Hobo, and I'm here showing a sample team that I made for the Pokemon Brickbronze Help and Advisory Group. Originally, this video was just going to be for that group, but then I decided, you know what, why not? I should share this team with my normal audience as well. And the primary reason I'm making this video is it's for those people that don't feel like reading the entire forum post here. So I'll explain the team in video format. So without further ado, let's start discussing the team. This is a hyper offensive team, and it's going to revolve around sand. So it's a weather hyper offensive team in short. So first thing first, if we're going to use a sand team, we're going to need something to get the sand up. We have two choices, Hippowdon and Tyranitar. And while I like both, I like Tyranitar more because it gets access to Ice Beam and Flamethrower, two moves that are going to be very useful to this team. So, and another reason I like Tyranitar is that it's a very nice lead. You have great bulk and great offensive stats. You can put the pressure right at the start of the battle, and you can also put defensive pressure on your opponent. Chople Berry is there to help you be more bulky. Fighting types won't be able to take you out as easily. Sandstorm to get that sand up. Frog is for entry hazard. It's primarily for chip damage for the rest of your team so they can sweep. Edge for damage. Pursuit is to trap psychic types and get damage. Alternatively, you can use Crunch if you want more dark type damage, and Ice Beam is there to get the dragons and to counter Gliscor. You can also use Flamethrower here if you don't feel like you need the Ice Beam, but that's up to you. This set is mainly to get you the most bulk you get, and also to get you... Actually, it's just mainly to get you bulk. Yeah, that's right. I thought this was in attack, but then I realized it was in defense. And at this point, if we're using a hyper offensive team, we're going to want something to net us the KOs. Bam, Excadrill. Excadrill works beautifully in the sand. Its ability Sand Rush, what it does, it doubles its speed in sand. Give it 252 speed EVs and a positive nature in that, and bam, it's going to be outspeeding a majority of the things in sand. Life Orb is for damage. Earthquake, Iron Hand, Rock Slide are all for damage as well, and Swords Dance is to increase its sweeping ability. If you don't feel like using Swords Dance, you can use Rapid Spin, but I don't think you really need Rapid Spin. Frog only hits Altaria for super effective damage. Spikes, again, it doesn't hit anything for super effective damage. And Toxic Spikes, well, half your team is immune to it. Excadrill, Scizor, and Altaria. And 252 EVs in attack for max sweeping potential. Up next is Scizor. Now, the primary reason I have Scizor here is that when I had these two Pokemon on the board, I realized they share two common weaknesses. Breloom and Azumarill. And Scizor can actually deal with Azumarill nicely. Breloom not so much, it doesn't hit it for super effective damage. And Spore can still affect it. I'm not sure if Safety Goggles is in game yet, but if it is, you may want to give that to Scizor. But for now, I gave it Life Orb for damage. Sword Stats is to increase sweep potential. Bullet Punch is so it can sweep and attack Azumarill for that, not super effective damage, for that decent damage. Scizor is mainly there pretty much to take all the fairy hits from Azumarill. Superpower is to counter steel types, and Bug Bite is to give berries and for stab. The simple spread right here, max damage output, because there's a hyper offensive team. I want to stick to that very, not strict, but very lenient playstyle of just keep attacking and hopefully you'll get KOs. And Technician is there so I can increase the power of both Bug Bite and Bullet Punch. Up next I have Azumarill, and the reason I have Azumarill here is because looking at this team I realized opposing Excadrills can just outright sweep me and use the sand to their own advantage. So I asked myself, well, if Azumarill gave my Excadrill trouble, why shouldn't Azumarill give other Excadrills trouble? And that's why I ran Azumarill here. Play Rough is for damage, Waterfall is for damage, Aqua Jet is for priority, and Superpower is for a counter to steel types. I am going to change this set real fast here. I'm going to fully invest in HP. The 84 in the speed originally was originally to outspeed things in Tailwind, but I'm not using Tailwind, so I'm going to fully invest in HP, and I'm fully going to invest in attack to get that max damage output. Huge Power is also there to get max damage output, and Choice Band again is there for damage output. You can see the theme to this team, just damage, 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 and nothing else. It's a very simple team. A lot of people can use this, and this is why this is my first sample team that I was making for that group. Up next we have Altaria, and the reason I have Altaria here is because a lot of these Pokemon share common weaknesses, and all of them are physical attackers. Altaria is going to be the Mega of this team because once it hits Mega, I believe it does get. We're about to find out. Yep, it does get more bulk. The set it had was Dragon Breath. It had Fire Blast or Flamethrower. That is up to you. I personally prefer Fire Blast for the damage. And then it had Roost and Toxic for stall. And then for the... Not stall. Yeah, it's move now. And its EV spread was mainly a lot of special attack and a lot of speed. Now, looking back on it, I feel like running a defensive set could be better because it could be my pivot for my Pokemon. But for now, this set does look like it can work if you want to stick that theme of getting damage out as soon as possible. And last but not least, this last slot is for Manectric. Not Manectric. This last slot is a filler slot, sorry. And this slot is pretty much you use whatever you feel like using. I personally felt like using Manectric because I needed a hard counter to water, and Manectric does that too. Not only that, Manectric also counters rain teams better, and it also counters Mega Charizard Y in sun teams. Volt Switch is to get out of a sticky situation, Thunderbolt is for damage, Flamethrower is for coverage, and then Thunder Wave is for speed control. For those who don't know, Speed Control pretty much means I'm trying to go first every single turn. So in summary, Tyranitar is the lead Pokemon. He or she is gonna get your sand up. Excadrill is gonna be your sweeping Pokemon. It's primarily gonna get a lot of the KOs in sand for your team. Scizor is there to deal with Breloom and Azumarill to some extent. Azumarill is there to deal with opposing Excadrills and ground types. Altaria is there to resist a lot of hits and to wall a lot of things. And then Manectric is there to counter water types and opposing weather teams. I hope this video has helped you out. Go ahead and make suggestions in the comments. Ask any questions about this team. If you want me to make another sample team in the future, let me know. Thank you all for watching. See you on the next video.